Well, hello there. My name is Rohit Patel and welcome to my second channel. Now, a quick briefing if you don't know who I am. I'm somebody who's from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I love sports, so my main channel is more hockey and soccer related, as well as like my TikToks are going to be more towards hockey and soccer, at least on my main one. On my secondary TikTok and YouTube channel like this, it's going to be more so my niche kind of hobbies, anime, movies, TV shows, wrestling. I'm going to have it all on this channel just so I can have some diversion. I don't want to mix too many things together on one channel. Now, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be playing some Haikyu Fly High, but we're specifically going to be doing a Oikawa review. Now, he just came out today. Now, if you don't know what this game is, it's essentially a mobile game based off the very popular manga/anime that's based on volleyball. Now, the reason why we're doing a review here is because he just came out, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are considering picking him up. Now, I'm very fortunate to have picked him up because I dropped the pity in the last event, so that made it very easy to get him in this event because the pity carries over. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe for some more just kind of niche videos around my personal hobbies and interests. So as we begin here, I just want to let you guys know I'm actually playing on my phone. Like if I tap the screen, you can see it's tapping. Because I signed in or made an account on my phone, my Apple phone, and when it comes to emulation, you see these other content creators use it doesn't have Apple compatibility, I guess you can say. So I actually had to find it's kind of like an emulator that you can AirPlay to. So I will be looking down a lot, you'll see in these videos, because I need to be able to, tap the screen. So when it comes to Oikawa himself, if you look at his stats, it's very well rounded. Of course, I have everything like in the thousands right now. So you just want to look at the ratio of the numbers. So as you can see, he's very much a set and serve kind of unit. He does have a pretty good spike too and a block, so he's very well rounded in that regard. Now, if we go to his skills, as you can see, he has 4 skills. First, he has the Great King set. So he performs a set with 120% of his set stat. When your players land a critical spike, they gain 1 stack of attack tempo, which is going to be very important. And each stack increases your player's awareness by 1% up to 10 stacks. So they could get potentially 10% increase to their awareness. And for those who don't know what awareness does, it increases your chance of getting a critical action, I guess you could say, whether it's a set, a receive, a spike, etc. Next up, we have Great King's Dump. Now, this one is a unblockable setter dump, which we've seen with other setters like Kenma and Kageyama. So Oikawa, this version, the SSR version didn't have one, but the UR version does. So he performs a setter dump with 115% of his set stat. And while he's on the court, increases strength of power type players on your side by 20%. So strength is crit damage. Next up, we have Court Commander. Now, Oikawa, when he's on the court, he increases your player's awareness by 10% already. That's crazy. And when a power spike is cast, it consumes 6 stacks of attack tempo to guarantee a critical spike. So it doesn't have to be like him setting to another player. It's literally just when a power spike is casted. And then last up, the main thing with this Oikawa unit, I would say, is his jump serve. He performs a jump serve with 260% of his serve stat, which is crazy. And for this serve, his awareness increases by 20% and his strength as well. So not only does he have crazy stats in terms of his serve and his setting, but if you look at his skills as well, as you can see, it complements it very well. Now next up, we have his skill resonances. Now, his skill res 1 is the one that most people are going to get. You get this by completing the training, or at the very least, you get this by unlocking a skill or increasing the level of a skill. Now, in this game, you need to get duplicates of the same type of player to increase your skills. So it's not very likely that people are going to get more than one of this guy because he's already hard to get as is. But if we take a look at his other skill resonances, the second one, Oikawa's serve stat, I'm going to have to scroll here, is increased by 18%, and when attack tempo is consumed, power attack stat of your players increases by 5% per stack up to 5 stacks, so that could be 25% of an increase, which is crazy. So when we go down to his skill res 4 here, it says when he serves, he increases awareness by 15% and strength by 15% for players on your side, lasting 3 net crossings. Just when he serves, he increases your awareness and strength for all your players by 15%. And if your side scores within 2 net crossings, the cooldown of this ability resets so you can do it again. Now again, this is skill resonance 4, so it's going to require a lot of duplicates, a lot of trainings, things like that, and I believe they're called like banana vouchers, and you need to get 10 skill levels in order for this to be unlocked, which is going to be a lot, but if you're somebody who likes to spend money on this game, this is very much worth it. So for this video, I don't have any potentials selected for him because I just want to get a good grasp of the stats that he has, so that you guys can really understand, because you know with potentials they're all random, so he could have more of like a receive by the end of it just based off potentials alone. But next we're gonna go into his memory actually. So I do have his memory. I had it unequipped, but I'm going to equip it now. So what this does is it increases the equipper's serve stat by 12%, and when the equipper performs a critical serve, the equipper gains 2 stacks of attack tempo. So as we know from before, attack tempo is very important, but he now gets 2 when he gets a critical serve. So a lot of criticals, a lot of buzzwords that are related to attack tempo, critical serves, awareness, strength. It's very good. This player, this memory, he's just very, very good. So each stack increases the awareness of players on your side by 1% up to 10 stacks. If this serve scores, the equipper gains an additional 4 stacks of attack tempo. While the equipper is on the court, when your side's attack tempo reaches 6 stacks, your player's strength and spirit increases by 2% up to 3 stacks. So spirit is basically the defensive version of strength, I believe, and so that is crit damage. And so yeah, like there's a lot going on here in this one memory. I will say though, this memory is only good for Oikawa. Like maybe you could put it on like a Kageyama who also has a good serve, but at the same time, just the criticals, the attacks tempo, the strength, the awareness, like everything just coincides together with Oikawa himself. Now last up we have his bonds. Now we all know that there's 2 types of bonds. There's deployment, which happens in game, and there's other bonds where as long as you have the player in your collection, you'll get a boost. So as you can see with Ushijima, if you have both of these players, Oikawa gets a increase to his set ability, and then if you have Mad Dog here, Kyotani, both Oikawa and Kyotani get a boost. Now Oikawa gets a boost to his block, which is okay. Kyotani is the one that really benefits from this. He gets a boost to his power attack. And then you have a bit higher with, I believe his name, Kendaichi, that's who it is, Kendaichi and Oikawa. He gets more of a set increase. Now again, you have to level up these players to get the higher boost, so of course I don't have Kendaichi leveled up, so that's why it's at level 1. Last but not least though, we have the perfect chemistry deployment bond. If you have the SSR version of Iwaizumi, then what happens is Oikawa makes a set and Iwaizumi performs a power spike with 285% of his power attack stat as power. Your side receives 2 stacks of attack tempo. Each stack of attack tempo increases the awareness of your players by 1% up to 10 stacks again. Now this deployment bond actually has an animation, and so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into a game and I'm going to show you all of Oikawa's animations. Okay, we've loaded into the game. I've actually had to make a couple of changes. So because I have simulation on, the first point is, it's up for debate of who's going to get it. But I had to do a rotation so that Tendo was actually the first one serving, because I want, of course, Oikawa being the one serving. But what I can show is first the deployment bond between Oikawa and Iwaizumi. Now, if you watched the anime or if you read the manga, you know that this set is absolutely unreal. And honestly, for me personally, that is worth picking up Oikawa on its own. If you know the backstory, then you know. But I believe he's going to be up to serve now. Alright, so we're going to serve for the middle. I got to make sure I don't mess this up. There you go. The Great King jump serve. Here's the animation. Pretty damn cool. Now, when it comes to the awareness and the strength, attack tempo, critical stuff, all that kind of boost that Oikawa gives you, it's kind of hard to display that in game. I might have to do another game or back out in order to show you his dump ability, because he's not going to rotate into the front row for a minute. But as you can see, if we did end up having his skill res 4, I believe it was, on that play, we would have his ability again. So again, if you have the money for whatever reason and you want to spend on this game, you can go crazy and get that, and you can just literally spam his serve, because again we scored between before two net crossings, I should say, and so his ability resets and you can just literally spam the hell out of it. So now I'm just gonna continue playing this game. I'm gonna cut to probably a new game where he does the setter dump, so I can show you the animation for that. Alright, so we ended up winning that game, and we have cleared stage 275. But yeah, now I'm gonna jump into stage 276, and I guess I'll just keep you guys along with me here. So I'm going to rotate the side again so that he's on this side. And then, yeah, we're going to try and get a setter dump with Oikawa. Alright, so we're serving with Ushijima here. Oh my god, I almost messed that up. So Ushijima has his own power ability, or serve ability, I guess you could say. But once the ball comes over here... Actually, I want this ball to come over, so I'm going to choose Iwaizumi for the block. Oh, never mind. He's him anyways. Okay, we'll try again. There you go, it came over. Now can you receive it? Yes, he can, and we're going to go for Oikawa's dump here. The Great King's dump, and here's the animation. Pretty damn cool, I'm not going to lie. There's some really good animations when it comes to setter dumps. Like, I really like, what's his name, Kanji? He's actually who I'm facing in this game right now. His setter dump's really cool. It's like a backhanded, like, I don't even know what to call it, a backhanded spike almost. And here's the deployment bond animation again. And so yeah, those are Oikawa's animations. And so now we're going to head back to the lobby, and then we're going to do a kind of breakdown on if I think Oikawa's worth it and what to expect going forward. Alright, so we're back here in the player screen, and yeah, that's Oikawa pretty much summed up. And to be honest, he's the best setter in the game right now. He is the best server in the game right now. But going forward, I'm going to be making another video, potentially coming out today as well, we'll see. But in the future, there's going to be no position limits, and so that kind of changes the way you have to look at some characters. Now, Oikawa is very well-rounded, but I think moving forward, he's going to be used more as a pinch server, because basically when it comes to when it comes to setters moving forward, you don't compare them based off of their player ability, I guess you can say, or their player type, I should say, actually. Is Oikawa's a power setter, Kageyama's a quick setter, Kenma is a receive setter, etc, etc. But going forward, that's no longer going to be the case, but that is down the line. It was an update that just happened in the Japan server. So for right now, we don't know when that update is going to come to the global server, but for right now, Oikawa is the best setter in the game. He's the best power setter in the game. And moving forward, there's only really one power setter who you would take over him, and that's Akashi, his SP version, and his SSR version didn't even come out yet. So that's way down the line. Oikawa right now is going to be your best option, especially if you have Ushijima, because Ushijima is a power hitter. Now, we know the Miya twins are coming very soon, and Atsumu Miya, who's the setter, is a quick type of setter, and his brother Osamu is an opposite hitter who occupies the same position as Ushijima. He is a quick attack opposite hitter. So as you can see, you have the power duo in Oikawa and Ushijima, and you have the quick duo in the Miya twins. Now, if you don't have Ushijima already, is it worth picking up Oikawa? I don't know. That's a maybe. That's honestly up to you guys. That's up to your preference if you really like Oikawa. Like for me personally, my two favorite characters from the show is Oikawa and Bokuto. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be picking up the UR Bokuto. I will be picking up the SP version though. But yeah, so it depends on really where you're at with your account. Now, if you're somebody who's free to play and you're like, your pity's somehow down to 30 and you have like pretty much close to 30 tickets and you're like, I'm really tempted to, you really have to reevaluate and see if this is worth it for you. There is, on the horizon, there's Korai Hoizumi, I believe his name is? Hoshiumi? Something like that. Korai. I'm going to call him Korai. And he's a wing spiker who's a UR, and he comes out alongside his UR middle blocker. And so these guys are the ones you really want to go for, because again, with this new positionless update, there's going to be the same player types, but players can have like two types. Like for example, I believe most wing spikers are power and receive, and you need 4 of one of those types to have your team overall be that type. It might not make sense right now. I'm going to make a video that's going to describe it a little bit deeper. There's also other content creators out there who've already made videos that you can just search up on YouTube, and you'll get the gist of what I'm explaining right now. But if you're really stingy on your tickets and you're uncertain on if you want to get Oikawa, then I would say look at your team. If you're going for an Aobujo side team, I would say to change schools, because for me personally, I'm going for a Shiri Torizawa team, so I'm going to quickly bring up my team again. I'm going for a Shiri Torizawa team, so I'm going to replace Nishinoya here with the Libero, and then eventually I'm going to replace Iwaizumi with, I think his name's Rion, the wing spiker that's going to come out. I didn't get Goshiki because I prioritized getting Tendo. And so, yeah, so I'm going to have 4 of those guys, and then so what's left over is Oikawa, I have Tanaka here, and I have Kuro here. So for me personally, with these 3 positions, wing spiker, setter, and middle blocker, it just makes sense with Oikawa being the setter and then having that bond with Ushijima, and they're both power types. So for right now, that's why it made sense for me to pick him up. And for picking up Bokuto, for example, like I'll have this spot occupied. I have Tanaka at 14,000 because I already made that decision not to go for Bokuto, so I put my resources into Tanaka. But again, you just have to reevaluate your situation and what makes sense for you. But in terms of a player by himself, he's the best setter in the game, he's the best server in the game, so it kind of makes sense just from that perspective alone to get him. And we won't get a better setter than him or a comparable setter than him till the Mia twins come out, which will be kind of soon. So if you are considering doing it, then, you know, again, just don't waste your tickets and get both. I don't think getting both right now would make sense. And even though with the positionless update, you want to kind of get a lot of different players, I would say just for now, stick to one. There's no guarantees of rebanners in the future, so I know that might be a little scary. But again, if you're a free-to-play player, it's unrealistic to get both guys because they come out in such short order between them. Like, I think the Mia twins are supposed to come out now with this new timeline at the end of like September. And right now it's essentially the beginning of September. It's the end of August. So I wouldn't recommend getting both Oikawa and but yeah, that is it for this video. This is my first ever video on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for some more. Peace. Oh shit, I hit my mic.